In the debate between Sean Carroll and William Lane Craig, Craig said he was astonished to hear that Carroll disagrees with the premise that everything which begins to exist has a cause. Carroll does not agree that the fact that the universe is temporally finite in the past means that it therefore had a cause. Craig's rebuttal was something like, if the universe can pop into existence, why can't bicycles? When apologists talk about the universe popping into existence, they seem to be basing this idea on a faulty way of looking at what the Big Bang was. To say that the universe came into being from nothingness is to evoke the image of there first being nothingness, and then, suddenly, the universe appeared. This is a terrible way of looking at the phenomenon. Apologists talk about nothingness as if it were a real state of affairs. They think of the Big Bang as though reality changed from a state of nothingness to a state of existence, and the idea of that happening for no reason makes no sense to them because such a change could not occur without a cause. But they don't seem to understand that there is no such thing as a state of nothingness. Nothingness was never a state that reality was ever in. The universe didn't pop into reality because without the universe there is no reality for it to pop into. A better way of thinking about the Big Bang is as a temporal boundary, rather than as a change from nothingness to somethingness. If you were to go backward in time, the Big Bang is simply as far as you could go. The Kalam argument asserts that something which is temporally finite in the past is contingent. In other words, its existence is dependent upon something else. But the fact that a temporal boundary exists does not denote the contingency of the universe. It does not prove that the universe needs a cause. To say that something needs a cause is really only to say that its occurrence needs to be consistent with prior events. To say that a bicycle can't pop into existence is to say that its occurrence cannot be incongruous with events prior to it. A bicycle whose existence comes after a process of manufacturing and assembly is a bicycle whose existence is congruous with prior events. If a process of assembly did not occur in the events prior to a bicycle's existence, then the appearance of that bicycle would be inconsistent with prior events, and that is not something we ever see happen. As far as we can tell, such an occurrence is impossible. However, the universe is different. The existence of the universe cannot be inconsistent with prior events because, as far as we can tell, there were no prior events. If there were no prior events, then you can't make the objection that its inception is inconsistent with any prior events. When apologists talk about the universe popping into existence from nothingness, they are making the mistake of thinking of nothingness as a prior event, or a prior state of affairs, which cannot be changed without some cause. Reality did not change from a state of nothingness to a state of somethingness because there never was any state of nothingness to begin with.